Hello, clever people, and welcome back to Connor's Weekend Ticket for the weekend of April 21st to 23rd, I believe. I'm hoping. On to our first film. So, The Lost City is about this guy who works for the government, and he's sent on this expedition to find this lost city in South America. And he kind of gets obsessed with the idea of this lost city, and he abandons his family, he abandons his friends. All he really wants is to find this lost city. Or at least that's what the film kind of tried to communicate and didn't do very well at. But that's a bad thing about this film. Overall, this film was pretty great. I was actually really looking forward to this film. I loved the first teaser trailer. Uh, it looked fantastic. The second trailer, not so much. Started getting good reviews, so I was like, I'll see it. There's what else am I gonna see? The Promise? Ha! No, I'm seeing this, and I'm glad I did. For a very long movie, it was thoroughly entertaining. For the most part, well directed and all around well done. The score was fantastic, so was the cinematography. It was all beautiful. It was shot like stagnant and the kind of thing, but that was kind of the point. It wasn't supposed to be this extravaganza. It didn't really do much new, but it did work with many things. Like, it did feel like the 1910s, and I thought that was very well done. The production design for this film is incredible all around. The costumes all look great. This is going to get at least a nomination, I'm hoping, for the Oscar because it was fantastic. And the acting was all around great. There are some people who I were never really convinced were good actors in themselves, like Tom Holland. He really proved himself in this film. Of course, Charlie Hunnam did a good job. I do have some flaws, though. I know this could be considered a nitpick. I don't know, it kind of stood out for me. So there's this one-way river that goes like that, right? It doesn't go in a circle or anything. But what happens is that when they're going to the lost city, the current is still in their favor, and when they go back, it's still in their favor. So I don't know. That is completely a nitpick, and call me out for it. But I don't know. I noticed it, and that is a bad thing about it. But my major bad thing about it is that there were some things that weren't executed well, like his obsession of the lost city is he supposed to be very apparent, but frankly to me, like, everyone's like, you're obsessed with this lost city, and I'm like, is he obsessed though? I'm not really seeing it, so I didn't think that was very well executed. But this film was still great, and that's why I'll give it a 7.5 out of 10. Our next film. So Free Fire is literally just an hour and 30-minute shootout with like 10 minutes before for exposition, but it was actually better than The Lost DZ. I absolutely loved Free Fire. Of course, there's not much plot. This is the type of film that doesn't really need a plot. You may say, what? Connor's such a hypocrite. He called The Fate of the Furious out for not having much of a plot. The Fate of the Furious and other movies like that, like Civil War, Batman v Superman, just superhero movies in general, other than like Logan, that I call out for that, is because like their scripts are bad. They're not like average. They're not good. But this actually had a decent script for what it was, so I'm not gonna really say anything about the plot except for some plot holes that I found. So the things that were good, the editing was fantastic. The sound effects were all fantastic. I loved every single character in this movie. They're not good people. None of them are good people. But I thought the characters were fantastic. And it was just extremely funny. Uh, I laughed quite a bit throughout. And everyone does a good job. Frankly, it's an all around, at least good film. I don't really have any flaws with it. There are some plot holes that I thought of. And then after I saw the film, I'm like, wait, no, it's resolved by this. So I don't really think I have any issues with it. It's not the best film ever, but I would definitely recommend it. Although it made like nothing at the box office, so it's probably not going to be in theaters for long. I would definitely recommend Free Fire. I would give Free Fire an 8.25 out of 10. So our rankings for this week are number 1, Free Fire, and number 2, The Lost City of Z. I would recommend both. Go check both out. This weekend, I'm going to hope to see The Circle and Slight, or maybe Their Finest, or How to Be a Latin Lover. I don't know at this moment, but I'm definitely hoping for The Circle. Alright, so that concludes my review. Did you see these two films? If you did, comment below. I would like to hear your thoughts. If you want to suggest any movies for me to see that are coming out this weekend, make sure to do that. And that concludes my review. I'm Connor Gilbert, and this has been the Cover Critics. Goodbye.